Baker Mayfield had a very forgettable day against the Steelers on Sunday. 10 completions, 119 yards, 2 picks, got benched in a 38-7 loss to the Steelers. They're 4-2, but Baker Mayfield clearly has not been great this season. And Greg and Swagoo, you guys were disagreeing on this a little bit earlier in the program, so I wanted to give you a chance. Greg, again, recap, for, if you will, for the folks who were not watching earlier, what you think you're seeing from Baker Mayfield right now.
Well, Baker Mayfield, guys, is still early in his NFL career, and Spears likes to go out on a limb and say he's terrible, he's not a top 20 quarterback. I agree, there's moments that are really bad. How about this? 2 high safeties. Minka Fitzpatrick spins down, cuts it off, robs. Look at the quarterback eyes. This ball's got to go outside. Odell Beckham's wide open. You got to throw it outside. It's a terrible read. It's a terrible decision, and it turns into a horrendous play for the Cleveland Browns. How about this? Even worse. I love the escape, being able to avoid the first contact, but this is like throwing up a prayer, a jump shot, frankly, from the three-point line extended as time expires on the shot clock into a really loaded situation in the defensive secondary. I mean, this was an easy interception. So yes, there are 2, 3, and in some cases 4 plays like that a game. However, there are also 2, 3, or 4 plays that are remarkably good, and a vast majority of the plays in between are quite solid as well. So yes, he's too high with the high and too low with the lows, but Spears, to suggest in year 3 he's not a top 20 quarterback, top 15 quarterback, that's ludicrous. The guy has a ceiling of a top 10 quarterback and can get there more days than not.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Excuse me, are we talking about a ceiling for a guy that's been in the league this long, that threw 21 interceptions last year? Was that somebody else? Was it somebody else that did that?
Oh, wait, hang on. So he's been in the league this long. What is he, a year 8? Is he year 8? Like, I mean, are we talking about a decade-long player? Like, the guy's been in the league just a couple years. Like, he's still learning how to play the position at the highest level.
Greg, let me ask you a question. Since we want to make we want to make excuses, and I get it. Look, do what you will. Do you think Baker Mayfield can take a team to the Super Bowl?
I think Baker Mayfield, if he learns how to limit mistakes, can absolutely lead a team to the Super Bowl. But he's got to understand. He can't be Brett Favre and turn the ball over the way he does. He has to understand his place within a run-first attack. And once he does, and he complements that run game, he can absolutely take a team deep into the playoffs.
Okay, it's nothing wrong with you being optimistic. Nothing wrong with that. Do what you will with Baker Mayfield. I'm going to go by what I've seen Baker Mayfield do, and Baker Mayfield is average to below average at quarterback. When the game has to be in his hands and he needs to win a game, like we've seen twice this season so far, and not just this season, last year as well, he has not gotten the job done. Now, go find me the tape where he done got the job done, and we can have a different conversation. But based on everything that I've seen, he hasn't. And how much time we want to give the first overall pick? Because we don't get that time to any other of the first picks of the draft. Find me the one we've made this amount of excuses for after watching what they've done on the field. I'm going to leave it alone. This could be all day.
My question to Dan Graziano will suggest what I think, which is that I agree candidly more with Marcus in this than I do with Greg. The backup quarterback there is Case Keenum. He had one great season as an NFL quarterback, and his offensive coordinator that year is now the head coach in Cleveland. Could you see a scenario where a change is made?
Yeah, but I think there would have to be continued poor play and losing. Right now they're 4-2. So my understanding is the new coaching staff likes Baker Mayfield, thinks it can win with him. He's got to get some things ironed out. There's no question about it. But he's in year 3. He's on head coach number 4. They're going to give him a little more time. The answer to Marcus's question, how much time does he get? It's this year, because next spring they have to decide on his 5th-year option for 2022, which is fully guaranteed under the new CBA if they exercise it.
Yes, we made that point at the beginning of the season. He's playing for his job right now, but that's a team that might be thinking bigger picture than that. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.